performance class, what it's about is we take our spring production and we use this class as an opportunity to teach levels of practical application on how to bring the production about on sets, lights, marketing. So I've broken it down into marketing, costume, and props because basically the students serve as kind of like interns on bringing the production about. The other thing we're trying to do with the class is to use it as an opportunity to teach some kind of performance aspect, obviously by the title. I try to arrange it based on the play itself. So this time we focused on monologues, since the play has monologues in it, but I also wanted to teach a practical approach to auditioning, since I was going to require all the actors that audition for the play to do a monologue. I decided to use it as an opportunity to teach audition technique for professional auditions. And I decided to do monologues this semester so that we could teach the actors how to audition at the professional level for the kind of work they will have to be doing when they graduate from Rutgers or NJIT. The other aspect of the class is I decided to do a performance art study. The name of the class is Performance, and it seemed implied by the title, so we decided to explore performance art. I try to give the students in the class a chance to explore non-conventional, non-narrative, non-cause and effect storytelling. This is not something that they normally get in the main stage productions or the studio work that they would be doing on their own, or with the director's project. It's an opportunity for them to do more experimental work.
The TV writing class is a very popular class. A lot of students like to register for it. What we do is we choose some popular movies that the students like, and we choose 4 of them that have not had a television series involved. And then they develop a premise for the series, and they use the characters that were in the film and an offshoot from the film's premise, and they create a series of episodes for that first season. And each student and the writing team decides which episode they're going to be writing for their particular series. What's happening right now is the students have written the first 3 of 4 acts, and we are reading in class 2 of the acts. Each student gets to read or has their text read in class, and the objective for all that is for them to hear it aloud and hear what works and doesn't work in their text based on the instructions that they've been given and the exercises that they've done in class. And after they finish hearing it, we have an open forum discussion, which you may not see that was done in this class. And the students use the language that they learn about how to describe a script, what a super objective is, a through line, a character's intention, high context, low context language. They have the discussions based on the not just memorizing the terms, but using the terms in context in the class itself. At the end of the semester, each student has a 60-page, 1-hour TV episode of their series that they've chosen. And just for icing on the cake, they get to write a 3 to 5 page short film. And it can be animated, it could be abstract, or it could be documentary. And it's a lot of fun, and it's a lot of hard work, and they learn a lot. Most of my students didn't know if they were going to use any of this material when they graduated. And I get emails from alumni all the time saying, hey, I was in a job in New York at a network company or a small independent company, and they asked me to write some text to fill in a certain area of what they were doing, and they come back and they say they knew exactly what to do. They were very confident in what they were doing, and it was great.
Ian Watson asked me to cover one of his classes while he was away at a conference, and he's asked Michele to do the same. All three of us have a very different approach to acting and to directing, and even to teaching acting and directing. How am I going to get it? How am I going to get it? And why are people banging down my door for this role? Which will give you a life other than sitting there thinking, I have to pretend to be a woman. And what I wanted to do yesterday was to give the students a quick idea, a quick way to grasp a character.
The lines don't mean a damn thing! What means something is the character that you create, the interest in the character that you create, the whole life of the character that you create. We're just glimpsing 10 minutes of it. Each one of you has an entire life that you've lived to this point.
Not trying to have some long, fanciful thing that they had written carefully in their minds and could never possibly bring to the stage because it was far too complicated. But to just make it short, make it actable, make it what you want at this moment, and simply go and get it. And if you can do that, then you don't have to worry about reacting. And you don't even have to worry about acting. You're simply doing something. You've made a choice, you want something, and you go and get it. And I thought that that might help, since the students didn't have a lot of time to put these pieces together. They've got an hour and a half a piece, and that's a little tight for me. It just gets me to the point where I can jump off the dock, and into the water. And then wherever the water takes you is where the water takes you.